Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and this video is all about the 2018 BMW i8 Roadster in Need for Speed Heat. Let's go! Alright, before I get into the video, if you're looking for all of my builds in Need for Speed Heat, you can go to my website. It's militiagamingco.com. Go to the top, you can see Need for Speed Heat builds right there, and click that. It'll take you to a spreadsheet that has everything that I've built in Need for Speed Heat thus far, and I will be adding all of the new cars once I complete them. Alright, let's get into it. So this BMW i8 Roadster actually uses the 591 horsepower 4.4 liter V8 engine. It's the fastest engine in a race application. It's not the best engine for every build on this video, but it is the fastest for race builds. I was able to run a 256.7 on Arian, which is actually top 40. Anything under 3 minutes is what you're shooting for, and this one definitely hits that mark. I wasn't able to test it on Sonic yet, but with that time, I'm confident that it is a decent car. It's not great, but it's also definitely not bad. The handling profile is a little bit different than other cars in that you have to change your drift style from gas to brake. It actually performs a lot better with a brake drift style. The car will slide and drift when you need it to if you can switch that setting. All right, let's look at the full track build. Again, that's that 591 horsepower 4.4 liter V8, Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate dual turbo, 5x3 pound NOS, with super track suspension, sport brakes, elite race tires, elite plus clutch, super plus 6-speed gearbox, super track differential, NOS refills and duration, and then of course steering sensitivity is at +2, downforce -3, traction control off, and drift style on brake. Alright, moving on to the drag build. Now the drag build is absolutely terrible. Don't ever build this thing for drag racing unless you're building it against another one of these, because it's just terrible. It's ranked 126 out of what, 131 cars. It's just absolutely horrible. Its quarter mile is 9.3 and the 0 to 60 is 2.27, so it's just not a good drag racing car. That being said, here is the full drag build that I came up with, and it does feature a different engine than the track build. It's a 600 horsepower 2.0 liter i4 hybrid. And then I have the Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate dual turbo, and a 1x15 pound NOS. We've got super track suspension, pro brakes, elite drag tires, elite plus clutch, super 6-speed gearbox, super track differential, NOS refills and duration, and then steering sensitivity at +2, downforce -5, traction control off, drift style on brake. Alright, moving on to the drift build. Now this build actually does okay. It actually feels really fun to drift. The car performs and handles exactly the way you would expect it to, and it actually will slide from left to right no problem. I mean, I had no problems drifting this car. The only issue is that it does not score very high. Its average score is 69,226, and that's on the drift section that's right outside the racetrack there. So it's just not a super good scoring car, but it actually feels good to drift. So I would definitely recommend it if you just want to go out and have some fun. So here is the drift build in its entirety. We got the 591 horsepower 4.4 liter V8 engine. That was the same engine that we used for track. And then Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate dual turbo, 5x3 pound NOS, super speed cross suspension, sport brakes, super drag tires, elite plus clutch, super plus 6-speed gearbox, pro drift differential, NOS refills and duration, and then steering sensitivity is 5, downforce -5. Traction control is off, and drift style is on gas. And lastly, let's take a look at the off-road build. Now the off-road build is really not bad. It ranks about 54th out of the cars that I've tested, so it's not terrible. It's probably right in the middle, but it does okay. I'm actually surprised with this. It feels faster in the dirt than it actually is. Its times weren't that great, but it feels a lot faster. It actually can hit 140 miles per hour in some of the straight sections on HTV2 and Rumble. And so I'm actually pretty pleased with this build. So you can go ahead and use this. It's definitely easy to beat all of the AI, and you can definitely use this for your off-road build if you'd like. It's the 591 horsepower 4.4 liter V8, Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate Dual Turbo, 5x3 pound NOS, Super Rally suspension, Sport brakes, Elite off-road tires, Elite Plus clutch, Super Plus 6-speed gearbox, Super Rally differential, NOS refills and duration, and then steering sensitivity at +5, downforce -5, traction control off, and drift style on brake again. And with that, guys, I'm gonna end the video. I really appreciate everyone's support on this series. It's been amazing, and welcome to all the new players and all of the new people that have just started Heat. I've got a huge influx in views and viewership and comments and DMs, so thank you guys so much for that. Shout out to all the Militia subs, and don't forget, if you want to become a member of the channel and help support it even further, you can do so. There are 2 levels, Heat 3 and Heat 5, and those 2 levels are $5 and $10, and you actually get a bunch of different perks like custom emotes and badges next to your name in chat, and specific members only streams where only the members can play with me on those streams. So there's a lot of perks. Go check that out when you get a chance, and shout out to all the members who have been hanging with me through these last couple of months while I've been getting moved and settled into the new place. Alright guys, I'm going to be banging these out in the next few days. We're going to keep going on these wrong builds until we finish the Need for Speed Heat cars. We are about 30 cars away from finishing, so we're going to get that done before Unbound comes out. Alright, I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.